The room is an infestation of giant fungus of unknown species. This life form could be life-threatening. Raw sewerage is seldom pleasant unless one is severely constipated. This visit is unlikely to be the highlight of Andrea's day.
Yeah, huge telltale sign is the decomposing toilet paper. It's right down underneath these wooden pallets and down the path.
On a positive note, at least these tenants have been using ample toilet paper during their ablutions.
This is the culprit here. Definitely we need to get the plumber up here ASAP.
With multiple plumbers on Andrea's speed dial, this problem is easily solved.
That was pretty gross, so I'm just gonna shoot home now, grab a shower and disinfect my shoes.
If Andrea thought that was going to be the only unpleasant inspection of the day,
Hello, Andrea speaking.
she is going to be gravely mistaken.
Oh, hold fast, I'll be there in 1 minute.
After a week of stormy weather, some tenants have reported they are roofless this morning.
Ah, that's a bit of wind. Whew.
The property's carport has been completely demolished.
Yeah, I wouldn't repair that. So the whole thing folded right over, didn't it? This is the wall that was here. It's not that one. So it's actually folded right over.
Luckily, the place is insured. Unluckily, this is going to be a bit more than a patch-up job.
The lady in the office from the insurance company said, oh, we'll just repair it. Right.
Prue's taken over management of a troublesome tenant. Prue's associate Linda was physically threatened by him during the first inspection. The tenant was immediately removed for this and other matters. Today, Prue is lending her considerable presence to make sure this post-eviction inspection goes by the numbers. All seems quiet.
Which flat is it, Prue?
That one.
Unfortunately, approaching the shed carport area, it appears the tenant is still very much in residence.
Who are you? What are you doing here?
I'm his uncle.
Thankfully, the tenant has moved out. His uncle has been helping relocate all his worldly goods to the carport. But as far as Prue's concerned, that's not moving out, that's moving around.
These are the belongings, along with the supermarket trolleys.
One of the trolleys seems to have a squeaky wheel.
I thought I heard a cat.
That's not a squeaky wheel, that's a cat.
It shouldn't be in that cage. That cat's not too well.
The cause of the cat's discomfort is due to the fact it really needs to go to the toilet. Perhaps it's missing its litter box that appears to have been the entire floor of the flat.
Right, so we're gonna need... Oh, it stinks. It really stinks, doesn't it?
What's happened behind the toilet?
It's pubes. Pubes.
Incredibly, the now evicted tenant never had the power put on here, meaning he has been stumbling around in the dark for months. This has major implications for the toileting area.
Don't put your fingers down any plugs here. It's broken window handles, holes in doors. It is going to cost a fair swag of money to get this right and get it smelling good.
It's heartbreaking for the owners because they just, they put all their savings into it and then you've got this damage.
In Dunedin, Andrea from Click has gone home, got changed and got straight back onto the road. She has an urgent meeting with a tradie and an expert from Pure Services to discuss a serious structural issue at one of her rentals. First impressions are not positive. Nothing good is ever hidden behind a door that has been sealed with yellow tape.
If you want to go in there, probably best to chuck a mask on.
Yeah. My biggest fear is having my dress hanging up inside my suit. Oh, wow. Whew. It stinks.
Inside, the room is an infestation of giant fungus of unknown species. This isn't the cheerful mould that grows on your artisan brie. This life form could be life-threatening, so Andrea's not taking any chances. Worse, it's worked its way into the subfloor, creating another hazard.
We'll contain the area off best we can with plastic and seal it up and create a negative air chamber in there so that we're not spreading anything around. Cut the floor back to 1 metre past the edge of the mould and then bag it, double bag it, remove it, and then we'll treat the inside of that room, see what we find on the ground.
Perfect. Sounds like a plan.
Andrea can see the landlord is facing substantial repair bills.
You just can't be too careful in today's situation when we've got people's health and safety involved. That's something we pride ourselves on as a company, to make sure that we address things correctly and make sure everyone's kept safe.
Vaughan from Belitho Property Management has a problem. A totally flattened carport.
Look, the tenants rented the property with a carport, so there's value in that, obviously, and they're going to want their carport back.
But where others see problems, Vaughan only sees solutions. He wasn't born this way, he was born this way.
Why not take the opportunity now and rent out the adjoining flat to this property? Look, we're central to the location to Nelson. It's clearly got wonderful indoor-outdoor flow and some grounds. It's easy care section. Yeah, I think we could rent this out just to... We'll lower the rent for some of the obvious reasons. It's got no windows. Right.
And that's why tenants and landlords love Vaughan. He's such a kidder. But while the carport problems can readily be solved, Vaughan's next issue is a little more complicated. Property number 2 on today's list is in need of a massive makeover.
Woo! I mean, this isn't attractive at all.
It's a jungle back here. Vaughan's tenant may be low maintenance, but the neighbour is making this garden high maintenance because heavy vine infestation is pushing the fence over from his side.
The neighbour does not want to replace or repair the fence. The last correspondence I had from our next door neighbour, he said he believes strongly that it's our problem.
It certainly is Vaughan's problem. His tenant's having to prop up the fence with bits of wood to stop it falling over.
Look at his vine growing up over the normal 1.8 height. It's been rotting out the whole base of the fence all the years. And I've had both a builder and a fence builder both agree that it's from his side, not ours.
In spite of multiple attempts from Vaughan to get hold of him, he refuses to either call him back or trim his wisteria back.
I don't take this personally. If you took it personally with every property you manage, which most property managers manage over 100 properties, you'd never sleep. Or you'd be twitching in a hospital somewhere.
Suddenly, Vaughan's dogged determination pays off in spades. Guess who?
Here he is, got him.
It's raining, but that won't dampen the mood of Andrea from Click Property Management. One of her rental properties has been affected by a horrific fungus infestation, but luckily, she's got the best team available on the job.
It's all systems going there. Looks like CSI Dunedin.
They're using some NASA-level technology to address the problem. It's called a negative air chamber.
Hello? Hello? Hello?
Sorry, Andrea, the boys can't hear you. They're busy in the negative air chamber.
Look at that. That's impressive. That looks all very exciting. Quite an operation.
Yeah, there's quite a bit of mould here.
Is there? You've had a busy morning.
A very busy morning.
Once suitably suited up, Andrea is granted access to the negative air chamber. But things appear to have gone from bad to worse. Like some sort of alien life from hell bent on destroying first this house and then Dunedin, the mould Andrea saw previously has travelled deep into the subfloor.
You've made a bit of a mess, Steve. You said you can't be too careful, can you? And you've got health and people's lives at risk.
The team can't take the negative air chamber with them, so the affected wood must be sealed in 2 layers of heavy-duty plastic for transportation.
So the next step for us will be to remove the rest of the floor and then HEPA vacuum that whole room. So we'll get rid of all the spores that are in there and then we'll clean all the walls and treat the timber, the remaining timber that's left. Yeah.
While Andrea has every faith the Pure guys are going to do a great job, it's her landlord's bottom line she is worried about. Plus, every day the place isn't tenanted equals lost income. It's D-Day, and Andrea from Click Property Management is heading back to the house. The big question is, has it been fixed, and what did it cost?
Wow, this is unrecognisable, really.
The restoration has been so thorough, Andrea thought for a minute she was in the wrong room.
So where I'm walking at the moment was exactly where the floor was all ripped up. The builders have fabricated some new skirting boards to try and replicate the rest of the room. They've done a really good job. Curtains were cleaned as well because they were probably harbouring some mould spores in them. It does smell really fresh. It smells clean. I can't detect any mustiness, any mould.
In total, the bill came to $16,000. Sounds like a lot, but not really when you consider the value of the property.
Well, that's really good. I'm really happy with the end result of that, with the way it's turned out, with the money we had to spend. Job done.
Property manager Vaughan has been unable to secure an arrangement with his tenant's neighbour to come on board with a wholesome pruning of the boundary fence.
So, from our side, just to get it looking better, I mean, we're already at the stage here, this is going up against the house, etc. Let's get the house cleaned from the outside. You'll see it's all black on some of the walls. And just try and trim as much foliage as we can to stop this fence having the extra weight that's pulling it down.
Vaughan takes a comprehensive compendium of photographs using his iPhone for his gardener, so he knows which bits to do.
Plenty there.
Only days later, Vaughan is back to view the impressive results.
As always, the most essentials, got to have the sunglasses out here. It's like an oven in Nelson today. Oh, okay. Half the backyard's gone, and that's what I wanted. Path's clean. So we had a couple of trees here that are now gone. Hey, some ferns. Don't know what's going on there, but they're all right. Wow, you couldn't even walk in here. Amazing. Right, it's a whole new backyard for them to enjoy, eh? I mean, you couldn't see all this garden before, most of it. I still think this might be holding up a lot of the fence, eh? It's all right.
Gardening is not Vaughan's forte, but property management is.
Sometimes you just choose your battles.
The fence height issue can be addressed another day, but right now, a 2-minute break beckons.
This is work, yeah. I'm testing out this garden bench to make sure it can support my weight so it's not a tenancy hazard.
Don't get too comfortable, Vaughan.
Right, off to the next one then.
Get that backside up and receive the award for Nelson's favourite property manager. Because back at the ruined carport, a brand new one has arisen.
Woohoo! Well, that won't fall over too soon, will it? Well, another great result for our owner here, eh? A good positive result. Not only does he get a new carport, but I think he's got a nicer one than what was here before. And tenants will be really delighted as well. Inner city living with shelter for your car. A good positive result.
A tenant who threatened Good Girls property manager Linda was evicted, but he left the premises in an utter disgrace.
Look at this.
Today is Prue's birthday, but her associate Linda got the presence of a mild itching sensation after that ill-fated visit to the rental.
There was an infestation of fleas, and they did bite the dear Linda in the most inappropriate of places.
They were high jumpers.
And they did go for her areas. Now cured, but we had to remove the carpets because of the infestation. So we can pop down now to look at the makeover.
Yes.
And the jumpers have gone.
I'm hoping so.
Be gentle, 5Ks. Go 5Ks, Linda.
He is hoping this will put an end to what has been an unpleasant chapter in the Good Girls diary.
Night nice windy autumn day. The leaves are falling. Yes.
Approaching the carport, the girls see nothing but nothing. And the flat itself, pure joy.
We're going in to see how it all looks. There we go. First impressions.
Oh, this is fantastic.
Isn't it?
Oh, I love it.
What a difference.
Oh my God.
Gone is the carpet, along with the smell of cat wheeze and cat fleas.
You oversaw all of this. Good on you. And I see you've worn the trousers today.
Yes.
It's a little bit of insurance.
Absolutely, one must always be careful now. Unlearned a very valuable lesson.
The biting insects have been eradicated from the carpet. But what about the pubic hairs that previously adorned the toilet bowl? Have they gone?
And they have. Oh, so much better, and it smells good.
Finally, a final inspection with some finality. This flat is ready to rent.
Yep.
Yeah, I think we've already got people interested. I'm wrapped. I'm delighted, Linda. Fine work done here. Brilliant.
Well done.
Hurrah, she cried. That's it. Hurrah.